Hey there, Denali Day here. Today, I'm going to read some of my old writing from when I was a teenager. Some of it might be from even under the age of 10. I'm not sure. I'll be upfront with you guys. I haven't looked at this stuff in close to 5 to maybe 10 years. I have no idea the last time I read it. It was so long ago, I can't remember. But I saved it all inside of a binder. So we're gonna look at it together today and check out what's inside. All right, literally not opened this in years and years. Oh my gosh, okay. I'll bet you this was like a printout from my library. Check out our Harry Potter book and movie counter and answer the daily Harry Potter trivia question. While you're there, don't forget to check out our library count. Yep, I knew it. I figured. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that you guys came here to listen to some of my old stuff that I've written, but like I said, I haven't opened this up in a ridiculously long time, and I'm kind of running down memory lane here. I have tabs, and my tabs here are poetry. Oh gosh, no. Short stories, long stories. Never finished a single one before Holland. Thoughts. I'm scared to figure out what just plain old thoughts are. Songs, oh gosh. Speeches, those are for school, I'm sure. Resources and ideas. So, okay, I'm gonna start with something safe. I'm gonna turn to, well, maybe it's safe, I hope. I'm gonna turn to the ideas section, and the very back, it's this blue tab, and see if we got some gold here from childhood years. All right, so we have pictures first off that I drew, kind of. So that's a fine start, and it looks like dragon eggs. Garden, snow, fire, and water. And let's see what I had to write about that. A dragon cannot be captured after hatching unless it is in poor health. All right. If you desire a dragon, then the only other way is to hunt an unhatched egg. Oh, my husband's here. Never mind. Okay, I'm back. So, and before any of you think that I call my husband Dad, it's not that. Yeah, my husband just brought home the groceries, and my parents actually happen to be my neighbors. So 8 times out of 10, when somebody knocks at the door, it's my dad. So it's probably why that happened. Let's get back to what we were reading. Let's see, where did I leave off? The 4 most common eggs or types of dragons are listed at the top. Of course, there are more breeds, but they will be talked about later. All of the eggs are the same color, milky white, size and texture. It's funny because I know exactly why I chose to say that they were all milky white. I had a stone. I used to collect like pretty things, and I kept them all on my dresser in my bedroom. And one of them was I had this egg-shaped rock. It was like that big. It was like oval, and I used to pretend that it had a dragon in it, and I forgot all about the thing until I read that just now. The difference you can use to identify is by feeling the temperature. Wow, my spelling's atrocious. I can't imagine how old I was when I wrote this. Probably 10-ish. Looks about 10. Okay. Oh, and then I have the types written on the side here, and maybe an explanation. Feels exactly at room temperature, garden. Snow feels like a freezing temp. Fire feels very hot and can burn you. And water, the water egg changes temperature constantly, because water does that, I guess. Next page says a surprising situation. I have no idea what this is. It's just numbered in groups of 5 all the way down the page. Oh, this is, oh my gosh, this is an outline. This is an outline for a, for a Master and Commander fan fiction, which I actually wrote. It's one of the longest things that I wrote ever, was a Master and Commander fan fiction, and I'm pretty darn sure it's in this binder. Oh my gosh, I know it's cringy. All of my fan fiction was, no, not all of it. A lot of my fan fiction was self-insert, and I'm pretty darn sure the Master and Commander one was. So let's see what my outline says. This is before I knew how to write an outline, by the way. 1. The last night at home. Yeah, this is definitely a self-insertion. That means the last night before I was ported into the world of Master and Commander. 2, pulled out of the water. Meet Captain. 3, battle. Eyes hurt. Talk with Ben. I don't know who Ben is. Ben is not a character in Master and Commander, so it must have been an OC. For those of you who don't know what OC means, it's original character. 4, next morning, help doctor, because of course, any self-insertion or otherwise that I wrote, I always was, providing medical care for somebody for some reason. There had to be a scene like that. 5, next morning, blind, with like 3 exclamation points. I don't know what that means. And then I have in parentheses next to it, Worley and Joe model. Okay, I do remember, those are 2 extremely minor characters in Master and Commander, and there's a scene in the movie where they bring a model of the ship that they're chasing throughout the movie to the captain and show it to him. I don't know what this means. I don't know if I'm trying to show myself at what point in the movie I wanted the story to be ending on what I guess is the first act here. Moving on to the next set of scenes, 1 through 5. Number 1. Oh no. I named the character the same thing as my middle name. The main character, yeah, so definitely a self-insertion. I'm not gonna tell you guys what my middle name is because I don't like to share it, but it says, self-insertion person is meeting new people, conversation, I wrote conversation with Barrett. I'm not sure. Oh, Barrett from Master and Commander. He's the navigator. And he also played Mariotic Brandybuck in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. All right, let's see. I got 1 more page in the ideas section. Let's see what it is. Character bio chart I wrote. And I just realized that this is my self-insertion Master and Commander fanfic character bio. I listed her last name as Gonham, Gonham. I don't know. Physical descriptions. You're just gonna get a description of young Denali here. 5'1". Okay, I couldn't have been 14 because by 14 I was my full height of 5'2". So I must have been younger than I thought when I wrote this. But 5'1", light brown hair, light skin, dark brown eyes. Temporarily blind. I don't remember anything about this fanfiction. I'm so scared if you guys end up having me read this to you. I'm terrified at what's going to be in it. Profession. What and where? None. Well, under the age of 14, I had no profession, so there we go. Description of residence. HMS surprise. Personality, attitudes, emotions, opinions, quirks, and habits. Dependent upon her older brother. I have no older brother. Determined, compassionate, and fair. I guess that's how I describe myself, or the wish fulfillment version. Probably extremely Mary Sue self-insertion that I was writing. Avocations and interests. Surgery, which I spelled very poorly. History, music, singing, and dance. Moving on, background. Parents, education, early life. I wrote, grew up with a protective big brother. When she was 10, she was attacked and rescued by her brother. Okay, so we're getting a better idea here of how old Denali was when she wrote this. Less than 14 and older than 10. Okay, current significant relationships. I wrote brother and then Bondin? ? I'm really confused here as to why I'm mentioning Bondin. Was this fan fiction hooking me up with Bondin? I don't even remember having a crush on Bondin. Of all characters, I'm very confused here. But I wrote a question mark on it. So, maybe I was confused back then as well. That concludes my thoughts section of my binder. If you guys like this video at all, let me know. I'm too scared right now to actually get into one of the romance stories. I know that's what I kind of promised people when I brought up this idea, but I'm starting a little bit at a time. I'm gonna need a little encouragement if you guys do want me to go deeper into this Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. These are high school Denali and friends who didn't agree to be on the internet pictures, so I'll cover that up. That's Denali's little introduction to her writing notebook. Let me know if you guys like it and you want more.